Dude,
it's easy to be on the outside looking in.
I'm a very transparent person, which is why I think I found some success in this like world of podcasting. But like Willingham's first team meeting as our new head coach, you know, mind you, I was a pretty heavily recruited kid. I hadn't started yet. And Willing came in, he was talking a bunch of bullshit, like whatever. And I'm like, whatever he was trying to sell us, I wasn't buying this. I was like, and then I remember I can truly remember having that internal dialogue with myself, sitting in the chair being like, this guy's full of shit. But I was like, I got to go along with it because I haven't started yet. Like I have to like, you know, buy in as it were. But I'm like, let's just get to the football. Let's get to football. Not what do we talk? It was like quotes of the day type stuff, you know. And he told us, and he probably said this in the media at some point, but he told us when he was a walk-on at Michigan State, he would throw 1,000 passes a day after practice. And you sit there and you're like, okay, I'm not an idiot. How long would it take you to throw 1,000 passes? Think about that. To sit there and throw 1,000 balls.
Right.
First of all, your arm would fall off. And I'm like, why are you bullshitting, dude? Like, I don't believe you. So then when you lead with stuff like that, you lose credibility to me as a player. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What do you think his intentions were at least good though, even though it came off as kind of, well, what you just said?
I mean,
where do you think?
I mean, I think his intentions were good, but I mean, he wasn't a good ball coach. I mean, that sort of bared itself out when he left. I don't think he won a game in 2 years at Washington. So I think he was a bit of a figurehead. I think he was a bit of a talking head. And he had some bad assistant coaches, you know, so I just call it like I see it. I mean, he wasn't a great football coach. You know?
Yeah, the numbers bear that out. The numbers bear that out. He had some moments, but overall, it was not the best coaching job.
Well, it's just this is another. I'll tell you two stories.
Okay.
So we're talking about, you know, Ben, you were talking about how difficult college football is, college athletics is. You know, your heart, mind, and soul you have to put into this venture. So there was, you know, you're tired a lot. You know, I was tired a lot. You know, I had to live in a dorm for 3 years because I didn't have the grades to get off campus. So that you're not getting the best sleep in a dorm. You have some roommate that's a non-athlete. And so occasionally, you know, I'd sleep in and skip a class. And I wasn't like I was partying the night before. I'm up playing video games at 8 o'clock in the morning, choosing not to go to class. It's like I needed sleep, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I need the sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so what was your punishment for missing class? You'd have to get up early and go run, and he'd make you run backwards. And I remember, I'll never forget, I was at the indoor facility, whatever it was, 6 a.m. And what's Coach Willingham doing? He's hitting golf balls into a net while I'm sitting there running. And I'm just like, F this guy. You know, like he's mocking me. And there's another story like that really happened.
Unbelievable.
It was maybe my junior year, and I didn't really quite know what I was doing. Like I knew my job most of the time, but a lot of it was just effort and instincts just flying around. And he was rollerblading. I don't know if you remember, he would rollerblade, but he was rollerblading back to the coach's office, and he was walking with me. So I'm walking, he's rollerblading. And he was telling me about like preparation, watching film, and I had never been taught how to watch film. And he had a moment, and I can say this now as like a mentor to young athletes. He had a moment to bring me into that football office and sit down with me and watch tape, and he didn't. He told me what I needed to do, but never took the time to show me. And I always thought that was a little messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is messed up. But I it's hard for me to picture him on rollerblades. Golf, I believe, because
he's famous for it.
I guess I had forgotten that.